Okay, so come in to a comfortable seated position on your mat, whatever that may be for you. If you want to grab a cushion, or something to support you. A block is also perfect. And we're coming through a gentle flow today. So taking it easy, listening to your body, just seeing where you're at. Yeah. And just taking a moment to center in. Feeling your body rooted down to your mat. Feeling your spine, holding your body up. And then tucking our chin slightly in towards our chest. And then just noticing how your body's feeling today. Noticing where the tension's at. Noticing where the comfort and ease and gentleness is at in your body. And realizing that these two things can coexist at once in one body, at one time. And then drawing our awareness to our breath. Beginning to notice our inhale and our exhale. Just our natural breath of the day. Notice if you feel like you're gulping for air, or if you're feeling restriction in your nasal cavities, or in your throat, or in your lungs. Noticing if your breath is flowing with gentleness and ease today. Noticing where your natural breath is flowing into. So maybe you feel like you're breathing very much into the upper lungs. Maybe you're ready, or you're engaging in your deep belly breathing already. And then when you're ready, beginning to inhale deeply, allowing our belly to expand, and exhaling, drawing belly button to spine. Inhaling, allowing belly to expand. And exhaling, drawing belly button to spine. Slowing and deepening our breath. With as little force or control as possible. Noticing how with each breath our body relaxes deeper and releases the day more. While we're in this deep belly breathing, noticing what emotion is coming up for you in this moment. Whatever's the first thing that pops into your mind, just noticing that emotion. And we're not trying to judge it or evaluate it or change it, just noticing. And then looking back over our day, and noticing what emotions were coming up for us today, or our main emotion that we can focus on from our day. Again, also the first thing that pops into your mind, and noticing that. And then drawing your awareness back into the present moment, back into your body. Maybe setting an intention or sankalpa for our practice this evening. Whatever it may be for you. Again, also don't overthink it. Just the first thing that comes up. Maybe it's gentleness and ease in your practice today. Maybe it's something else that you're working through on a personal level. Maybe it's just to relax and be present in your body. Whatever's coming up for you, noticing it, just repeating it to ourselves in our mind. And then when you're ready, keeping eyes closed or opening eyes, see what feels most in tune with you. We're going to drop our chin down towards our chest. Just holding it there for a moment, lengthening the back of our neck. And then circling our chin over towards one shoulder. And back around over towards the other shoulder. So coming into half circle rotations. And then coming back to center, drawing our head up. Dropping our left ear over towards the left shoulder, taking our left arm up and over, holding onto our right ear, and just putting a tiny bit of pressure on our head, lengthening the right hand side of our neck, drawing our right hand shoulder down our side. Taking a moment to breathe here. Breathing into the neck, lengthening as much as you can. Remember, if there shouldn't be pain, just a stretching sensation. If there is, lifting slightly out of the stretch. And then releasing our hand, turning our nose down towards our armpit or just past our armpit, bringing our left hand to the back of our head, drawing our head down. And then releasing our left hand, circling our head over towards the right hand side, drawing right ear over towards right shoulder, taking our right arm up and over, holding onto our left ear or just above our left ear, drawing our left ear down towards our left shoulder. Again, drawing the right shoulder away and left shoulder, so making space, dropping the shoulders, relaxing the shoulders as much as possible. And then taking a moment to breathe here. And then releasing our right hand, turning our nose down next to our armpit, bringing our right hand to the back of our skull, drawing our head down. Again, light, if it feels uncomfortable, releasing and lifting out. And then releasing that hand, drawing chin back to center, lifting our head up. We're going to inhale our arms up. Exhaling, bringing right hand over left knee, bringing left hand behind us, gazing over our left shoulder. And then inhaling back up to center. Exhaling, drawing left hand to left knee, right hand behind us. Right hand to lengthen our spine, gazing over our right shoulder. Breathing nice and deeply into our belly here. Feeling the opening through our side and our spine. And then inhaling back up to center, bringing our hands to our shins. Inhaling, drawing our heart forward, tucking our chin towards our chest. Exhaling, rounding through the spine. So coming to some seated cat and cows. If you want to drop your head back here, you can. If it feels too much for the neck, keeping the chin tucked. Inhaling forward, exhaling round. Then coming back to center. We're going to interlace our fingers, turning our palms away from us, straightening through our arms. Again, keeping our shoulders relaxed, but trying to draw our shoulder blades apart, so drawing our arms forward as much as we can. Feeling the opening through our upper back. Can be a little bit strange in the arms, sometimes, for me. So see how you feel. And then drawing our hands up towards the ceiling, shrugging our shoulders in towards our ears for a moment, and then releasing, drawing them down our spine again. And then bending through our elbows, releasing our hands, rolling up over our shins, coming into our tabletop position. Checking our alignment here, wrists and shoulders, knees and hips. Untucking tailbone, drawing belly to the earth, looking up, inhaling. Maybe shaking our hips from side to side here, feeling some movement in the lower spine. And then on the next exhale, tucking tailbone, drawing belly button to spine, pushing the floor away. Also finding a little wiggle through the spine here, from side to side. Moving hips, feeling the movement all the way up our spine. And then moving through our cat and cow. Maybe staying with a wiggle each time. Or just coming through a normal cat and cow. See what feels good for you. Remember, don't hold your breath if you're holding the posture. Just keep breathing. And then on the next exhale, transfer into your cat. And then maybe just coming to your normal cat and cow. And at your own pace, feeling the rippling through your spine. Feeling the power of your breath as you inhale on the cow, exhaling on the cat. And then coming back through center. Coming through an extended child's pose, drawing our bum back, hands forward, dropping our head down towards the mat. Trying to walk our fingertips a little bit further forward as we draw our bum a little bit further back. Getting a deep opening into our shoulders and our upper back and our glutes. Walking our right hand off towards our right hand side of the mat. Taking our left hand over our right hand or crossing the hands, see what feels good here. And then drawing our head down between our arms, coming into a side stretch. Breathing nice and deeply into our left lung, opening up our left hand side of the body. And then coming back through center, walking hands off the left-hand side of our mat. Either bringing right hand to left hand or crossing it over our left hand, dropping our head down between our arms. Breathing nice and deeply into our right lung. Slow and deep in the breath. Keeping that deep breathing into our right lung, opening up into that side body. And then walking hands back to center, lifting back up into our tabletop position. Keeping knees and hips stacked, we're going to walk our hands forward, coming into our melting heart or puppy dog stretch, dropping our chest down towards the mat, either bringing chin down towards the mat, forehead or cheek. See what feels good here. Taking a moment to breathe. And then walking hands back towards our body. Coming through our threading the needle, we're going to inhale our left arm up, opening up our chest. Exhaling as we thread it between our right hand and our right knee. Inhaling it back up, opening up. Exhaling as we thread it through, extending. Inhaling, opening it back up. Exhale, extend. And on the third time, inhaling back up. Exhaling, extending, bring left shoulder down towards the mat, left ear. Either keeping right hand where it is, or extending it out, or you can walk it over towards the left hand side. See what feels good here. Breathing nice and deeply. Feeling the opening in our upper back, our spine, our shoulder blades. And then bringing right hand underneath right shoulder. Inhaling our left arm up, opening back up. Bringing left hand down towards the mat. Drawing our right arm up, opening up. Exhale, extending it through, reach, reach, reach. Inhaling it back up. Opening up. Exhale, extending it through. Inhaling, opening it back up. Exhaling, extending it through. Inhaling, opening it back up. Exhaling, extending it through. Bringing right shoulder down towards mat, right ear. Maybe keeping left hand where it is. Maybe extending it. Maybe walking left hand over towards right corner of the mat. See what feels good. Taking a moment to breathe. And then bringing left hand underneath left shoulder, inhaling our right arm up, opening up. Bringing right hand down towards the mat. We're going to tuck our toes under, pushing our bum back and up. Coming into our downward facing dog. Pedaling out our legs, finding some movement here. Coming back to our deep belly breathing. Trying to make our spine as long as possible, pushing our bum up towards the sky, pushing our butt back and up. And then when you're ready, drawing heels down towards the mat, maybe keeping knees bent, maybe straightening legs. See what feels good here. Taking a moment to breathe. Relaxing our shoulders. And then walking our feet towards our hands, coming to the top of our mats, keeping our feet hip width distance apart, bending through our knees, holding onto opposite elbow, drawing our arms alongside our ears, tucking our chin in towards our chest, swaying from side to side if that feels good, or holding it steady here, focusing in on our breath. Think relax and release on the back of our neck and lengthening our hamstrings. We're going to take our body over towards, our upper body over towards the left hand side as we straighten through the left leg. Slightly, and then bending through the left knee, taking our upper body over towards the right hand side as we straighten through the right leg. And then coming back to center, releasing our hands down, coming into a forward fold if you feel ready for it, beginning to straighten our legs. Heel toeing our feet together, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart, tucking chin in towards our chest. Take a moment to breathe. Inhaling up into a halfway lift, bringing hands to shins. Exhaling, forward fold. Bending through our knees, rippling up through our spine, slowly, slowly. Feeling each vertebra stack on top of the next one as we roll up. Inhaling our arms above our head. Bring our hands to prayer at heart center, taking a moment to breathe here. Thumb against our sternums, feeling our breath. Relaxing shoulders away from ears. Inhaling our arms above our head. Taking our gaze up towards the ceiling as we exhale. Inhaling up to center, exhale as we swan dive down, forward fold. Bring our hands to the mat, bending through our knees, stepping our left foot back, dropping left knee, untucking left toes, inhaling arms up. Take a moment to breathe here. Staying a little bit lifted to start with, making sure we relax those shoulders, sticking with our breath. And then maybe walking our left foot slightly forward, sinking deep into our hips, if you feel ready for this. And then bringing both hands to frame our front foot, shifting our weight forward and back. Inhale as we shift forward, exhaling as we shift back. Feeling that movement in our front leg, in our hamstring. Feeling the movement in our hips. Noticing the different sensations that are coming up for you in your body. And then lifting back up, we're going to come into our half Hanuman. So we're going to straighten through our front leg, drawing left toes up towards the ceiling, squaring our hips off, hinging from our hips as we lower. So maybe staying here, maybe bringing hands to thigh, shin, or the mat, trying to keep our spine nice and long. Maybe you have a slight bend in your front knee if you need to, and then tucking our chin towards our chest. Taking a moment to breathe. You also want to feel like here, you almost feel like you're drawing your left heel back towards your body. Although your foot is not moving, you want to feel like you're just magnetically drawing it back. And then bending through our front knee, bringing our left foot down towards the mat, bringing hands to frame our left foot, tucking our left toes under, keeping right hand on the mat as we inhale our left arm up, coming into a twisting lunge. Shifting our gaze up over our left hand or left thumb. Bringing that hand down towards the mat, framing our front foot. Stepping back into our plank. Coming through our knees, chest, chin. Bringing tops of the feet to the mat. Squeezing elbows in, hands to the mat, lifting up into our baby cobra. So using our spine here to lift us instead of pushing into our hands, but feel the drawing of our elbows together and keeping that chin tucked. Lifting up a little bit higher if you can, engaging the core. Exhaling on the next, lowering on the next exhale. Tucking our toes, scooching to our knees. Pushing back and up into a child's pose. Full or extended. Or coming up into a downward facing dog. Taking a moment to breathe. And then when you're ready, shifting our weight over towards our left foot as we inhale our right foot up. Bending our right knee, stepping our right foot between our hands. Dropping left knee, untucking left toes, inhaling arms up. Coming into a low lunge on the other side, relaxing shoulders away from ears, staying lifted here, so don't sink hips down just yet. Stay lifted, drawing belly button to spine. Taking a moment to breathe. And then shifting our right foot slightly forward, sinking deep into our hips if this feels good. Bringing our hands to frame our front foot, shifting our weight forward and back, drawing our right toes up towards the ceiling as we shift back, flattening that foot down as we shift forward. Exhaling as you shift back, inhaling as you shift forward, seeing how you feel, see what feels good here. Noticing the sensations on this side of your body. Noticing how they differ, if they differ, from the other side of your body. And then lifting back up into your low lunge, extending our right foot forward, drawing right toes up towards the ceiling, making sure that our hips are square. Again, feel like you're drawing your right heel back towards your body, but without actually moving the foot. Hinging from our hips as we lower, trying to keep a nice long spine. Maybe you need to bend through that knee if that feels better. So see which option works for you. Hands to hips, thigh, shin or the mat. And then tucking chin in towards our chest. Taking a moment to breathe here. And then slowly bending through our front knee, bringing right foot back down towards mat. Hands to frame our front foot as we tuck our back toes under. Keeping left hand on the mat as we inhale our right arm up. Shifting our gaze over our right thumb. Taking a moment to breathe. Bringing our right hand down towards mat, stepping back into our plank. Lowering down through our knees, chest, chin. Inhaling up either into baby cobra. Remember, elbows drawing together behind us, feel like we're trying to draw them together. Or pushing up into our cobra. Again, drawing elbows in towards our side, feel like we're trying to get our elbows to touch. Shoulders down our spine, chest lifted, chin tucked. Also making sure that pubic bone stays on the mat here. I know a lot is going on. Just taking a moment to breathe. And then drawing our chest forward as we lower. Tucking toes, Drawing ourselves up into our knees, pushing back into a child's pose. Full or extended, see what feels good. Taking a moment to breathe here. Allowing our body to relax. And then when you're ready, lifting back up into our downward facing dog. Pedaling out our ankles, taking a moment to breathe. We're going to ripple through to our plank, either lowering all the way down to our mat from here, or what you can do is you can lower down knees, untucking toes, and then lowering down from there. Coming to our crocodile, so toes out to the side, power with our hands, bringing our forehead down towards our hands. Taking a moment to breathe here in our crocodile. Maybe rocking our hips from side to side, releasing the lower spine. And then coming back to center. Bringing the tops of our feet to the mat, we're going to draw ourselves up onto our elbows, coming into Sphinx. So drawing elbows underneath shoulders. As you see, they stacked, bringing hands out, spreading fingers nice and wide. If you feel like you're trying to lift yourself up, elbows aren't underneath shoulders, so let's just move them forward. Or if you feel like, if you look down, you can see your elbows and they're not in line with your shoulders, just shifting them back. So this should feel very accessible, unless there's discomfort in the spine, and because we're just resting on our skeletal structure. Make sure our shoulders aren't creeping up to our ears here, so drawing shoulders down, pushing out of our elbows, drawing chest forward, tucking chin in towards our chest, taking a moment to breathe here, feeling the lengthening in our spine and the lengthening in our abdominal area. You can also play with here, engaging your legs and engaging your glutes. Feeling how that takes pressure off our lower spine as we engage our glutes and our legs. And then releasing. And then again, engaging glutes, engaging legs. Feeling how it takes pressure off our lower spine, because it helps support our lower spine, and then relaxing. If you feel really comfortable here and you want to take it a little bit further, we'll lift up into seal by taking our hands out to the side of the mat, pushing up. If this doesn't feel good for you, stay down in our Sphinx. Again, pubic bone stays on the mat, shoulders are pushed out of ears, drawing chest forward. Taking a moment to breathe here. Again, here we can activate into our legs, activating our glutes, feeling that support in our lower spine. And then releasing. And again, engaging, feeling that activation. And release. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, drawing chest forward as we lower. Toes out to the side, coming back into our crocodile, forehead to our hands, taking a moment to breathe. Maybe rocking hips from side to side here, feeling the movement through our hips. And then coming back to center. Bring our tops of our feet to the mat, bring hands underneath shoulders. We're going to tuck our toes under, scooching to our knees, pushing back into an extended child's pose, coming up onto our fingertips, drawing our bum back, drawing our head down towards the mat. Taking a moment to breathe here. Walking our hands back towards our body as we lift up. Sitting our bum onto our feet, taking bum to one side, legs out in front of us. Coming through a little bit of hip mobility here. So we're going to take our feet as wide, sorry, not as wide, wider than our hips. Bringing our hands behind us to support us. So making sure that you're not curving through the spine, but we're drawing our chest forward, drawing shoulders away from ears. And we're going to drop knees from side to side very slowly. So dropping them to one side. And then lifting back up to center, dropping them to the other side. And back up to center, over towards the one side. And then back up to center, over towards the other. And now holding it here as we're on the one side, feeling the stretch through our side body, trying to lengthen, maybe even drawing chest up a little bit here, opening up through our shoulders, upper chest. And then rounding through the spine, drawing knees back up to center, dropping them over towards the other side. And then again, maybe lifting chest up, feeling the opening in the shoulders. And then coming back up to center. Either keeping hands here doing it, or we're going to lift our hands up, feeling our hip mobility here. So lifting hands up, shifting weight forward slightly, dropping knees over towards the other side. You can bring hands to prayer at heart center, or just lifting them up above your head. Coming back up to center, dropping over towards the other side. Sometimes I feel like I shift forward quite a lot in this posture. So see if that's happening to you and just shifting yourself back, or just doing a little bit of a walk. And noticing if one of your hips feels a little bit more tight than the other. And then dropping over to the one side, twisting over to that knee. So your body's in line with the knee in front of you. Walking hands forward, bowing down over that knee, tucking chin in towards our chest, taking a moment to breathe. And then lifting back up to center, coming into a counter twist, so twisting over towards the other side, bowing down as deep as what you can take it, taking a moment to breathe. And then lifting back up to center, drawing knees up through center, over towards the other side, twisting over our left knee, bowing down, tucking chin in towards our chest. Taking a moment to breathe here. And then lifting back up, twisting over the other leg, coming into a counter twist. And then coming back to center, drawing our knees together, extending our legs along the mat. We're going to lengthen through our legs, trying to sit as tall as possible. So we almost want a 90-degree angle here from our legs to our spine. So sitting as tall as possible. Drawing our toes back towards our body so that we're almost lifting our heels, or we actually are lifting our heels off the mat. Bringing our hands next to our hips, taking a moment to breathe. And then from here we're going to relax our right leg and we're going to try and lift our left leg up off the mat and lowering it. So inhale, exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. But don't lose this 90 degree here. So try not to fall back, trying to stay lifted. So exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. Even if it's very minor, that's perfect. Exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. And one more. Exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. Coming over towards the other side, again, staying lifted, relaxing left leg, engaging our right leg, so drawing right toes back towards body. Inhale. Exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. Beautiful. Exhaling, lift. Inhaling, lower. Feeling deep activation through the legs, through the core. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhaling, lift. Inhaling, lower. And one more time. Exhaling, lift. Inhaling, lower. And then just bouncing our knees up towards the up and down, allowing the spine to round here if you need to. And then just coming into a beach pose, so bringing hands behind us, fingers facing forward, bending through our knees, bringing our feet slightly wider than our hips, drawing our chest forward here, maybe wiggling from side to side through your chest, if that feels good, through your spine. And then again, we're just going to drop knees from side to side, just releasing the legs again, but now very relaxed. So we're not keeping it upright, very relaxed with our knees, allowing zero resistance here, just allowing them to flop from side to side, allowing your body to move with them. And then coming back to center, shifting ourselves down our mat, drawing our hands behind our knees. We're going to lower ourselves down towards the mat, drawing knees in towards our chest, giving them a squeeze. Rocking from elbow to elbow, side to side, releasing our spine. Breathing nice and deeply. And then coming up through center, coming back through center, bringing our hands to the mat, extending our legs up towards the ceiling, just allowing them to be relaxed. So pointing and flexing through our toes, hinging through the ankles, maybe circling through our ankles as well. In one direction, and then in the opposite direction. Then keeping our hands on the mat, tucking our chin, we're going to draw our feet up and overhead, coming into our plow. Remembering your feet don't touch the mat, bringing hands into lower spine. If they do, you can extend your arms out behind you, taking a moment to breathe here. If you feel like taking it deeper, you can bend your knees, bringing your knees alongside your ears, coming into sensory deprivation posture. You don't have to do this, it's just an option. See how you feel. Then if you feel like it, bring hands into lower spine, drawing our feet up towards the ceiling, coming into our shoulder stand. Making sure that we're not hanging out on our thumbs through our waist, but we're actually lifting up nice and tall. Holding it here for a while. So focusing in on your breath as you're holding it here, keeping chin tucked. If you need to at any point, coming out of the posture is perfect. Otherwise, holding it here, breathing. Feel engaged in the body, engaged in the abdominals. Maybe circling through the ankles here in shoulder stand. Feel if that feels okay for you. In one direction first. And then in the opposite direction. And then coming back to center, drawing feet back down through plow. Bringing hands down towards the mat. Slowly lowering ourselves down. Bringing the soles of our feet together, knees out to the side in a diamond shape. Taking a moment here to breathe. Bringing our hands to our belly, noticing our deep belly breathing. Noticing how our energy is slowed down. Notice the energy and the blood running back to our body from our head. And then bring our hands behind our knees, drawing our knees together. Bring our feet as wide as the mat, arms out into a T shape. We're going to drop our knees from side to side, coming into windshield wipers. So again, a different variation of this hip mobility, now lying down. It might feel more accessible to do it this way than it did when you were seated. Just noticing how your hips feel. And then coming back to center, drawing knees in towards our chest, giving them a squeeze. Bringing our arms out into a T, dropping both knees over towards the one side, gazing over the other shoulder, taking a moment to breathe. And then drawing knees back up through center, dropping them over towards the other side, gazing over the opposite shoulder. Coming back up through center, drawing knees in towards our chest. Bringing our hands between our knees, holding onto the outside of our feet, drawing our feet up towards the ceiling, coming into our happy baby. So we're going to hold this here for a moment. So settling in. If it feels better by holding behind your knees than your feet, that's also perfect. See what feels good. And breathing, relaxing, trying to draw our lower spine down towards the mat as much as possible. So if you're high up, trying to lower our spine down towards the mat as we keep our feet up towards our shoulders. Keeping our breathing nice and deep. And then releasing our feet down, hugging our knees in towards our chest. We're going to come to Lion Shavasana. So maybe bringing hands to body or hands to the mat. Seeing what position best serves you. Seeing what feels best for your body today. Allowing our body to take up space. So allowing our body to be what it needs to be. Don't hold anything or resist. Just allowing your body to be here. And then we're going to focus on tightening all the muscles in our body as tight as we can make them, tightening our legs, our stomach, our glutes, our abdominals, our hands, our fists, our arms, our shoulders, our jaw, our face, and then releasing, relaxing our body. Feeling as if it's melting into the mat. Relax, relax, relax. And then noticing your favorite color. Noticing as this beautiful color surrounds your body and wraps you like a beautiful blanket. Giving you warmth and protection and love. Noticing the colour of the blanket. Noticing the texture of this colourful safety blanket. Noticing the smell of this blanket. And also noticing the weight, if you can actually feel this blanket on your body. Just taking a few moments here for Shavasana. Maybe sticking with this visualization throughout your Shavasana or releasing it. Seeing what feels good for you. Bringing our awareness back to our brain, back to our body. Wiggling into our fingers and into our toes. Drawing our knees in towards our chest, giving them a squeeze. Taking a moment to appreciate our bodies for all that they do for us every day, keeping us alive. Rolling onto whichever side best serves you, coming into the fetal position, feeling held and supported here. Leaving behind whatever is no longer serving us, and taking with us what we need for the rest of this week. Coming to sit in a seated position, Bring our hands to pray at heart center. Taking a moment to refocus on our intention that we set at the beginning of the class. If you can remember it. Just focusing on that intention for a moment. And noticing what came